Yo, mic check, 1, 2. We are live and direct. You are watching Quest Convo, where we talk the culture because we are the culture. I'm your favorite hip hop connoisseur, Drew Soul Quest. My partner in crime, my partner in hip hop, he is not with us today. Von Shula, nigga had to take care of some things, had some lot of shit going on. He's always busy, but he had a previous engagement, so he is not with us today. But we're gonna keep it moving as usual. You know how we do. We want to thank everybody for watching and supporting Quest Convo. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you are aware of all the dope episodes that we drop every week at Friday at 11 a.m. Also, we are on culture73.com, the hip hop network. And if you can't watch us, you can't check out the visuals, hey, pop in your AirPods, pop in on your headphones. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. You can also listen to us on Spotify podcasts as well. Once again, do not forget dopeshiphoptees.com. Dopeshiphoptees.com. They are cool tees and hoodies that are made for people that love hip hop culture, and they are created by cool people that love hip hop culture. Right now, you can still use the promo code I love hip hop and get 20% off all purchases. So y'all check out dopeshiphoptees.com.
We work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December.
All right. We are back. Like I said plenty of times before, you know how we are at Quest Convo. We are definitely for the culture. We about the culture. We are from the culture. We are an independent media outlet. So when we have guests, most of the time it's me and Vaughn. We giving our commentary, talking about past, present, and future hip hop things. But we have guests from time to time. But best believe when y'all see us have a guest, once again, we're independent, we're Black owned, and we're about the culture. We have guests that are moving the culture forward. We have guests that are moving hip hop culture forward. We don't have to pander and ponder towards the others. When y'all see us have a guest on here, it's artists that we really fuck with. So y'all see the unfamiliar face over there, but after today, you will be familiar with this guy representing Silver Springs, Maryland. We got that guy Shaw Calhoune on the show today. Shaw.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure to be on, man. Thank
Oh,
you. Good looking
definitely,
out.
man. Definitely, man. We glad to have you on here, man. How you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling lovely, man. Football Sunday, man. Let's go. I'm
Oh
feeling
yeah,
good.
you
Feeling
are
good.
for sure, man. For sure, it's back. It's back. Regular
Yeah,
season
it's
is
back.
here. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
man.
mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna be on that today after I take care of a few things, without a doubt. I need
Right
to
there,
get
right
that.
behind you.
Yeah, I need to get I never really got into the like the NFL Sunday ticket where you can just like watch all the games and catch up on shit or whatever. I said I'm gonna
Right.
be on that this year though, for sure.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that as well, but definitely go out to like the sporting events too. You know, like the little bars or the local bars, because it's like that's an experience in itself as well. So
Yeah.
definitely gonna do both.
Okay. For sure. Well, yeah, man, we're glad to have you here, man. And, the whole purpose of having you on the show today, we want to get, our Quest Convo community familiar with you. We want to get people, of the hip hop culture that's, on your vibe. We want to get them familiar with you as well, man. So it's all about you today, man. So we're going to start from the beginning. Just, tell us your story, man. Who is Shaw Calhoune, man?
Shaw Calhoune from Silver Spring, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Great middle class area. Pretty much pretty much terms of surroundings in Silver Springs, you pretty much if you want to go the good route, you can, but if you go to the bad route, you don't have to go far. Me, I was pretty much neutral. I wasn't like a goody two shoes or nothing like that. But I mean, I was a good kid. I wasn't doing no wild reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? But I
Okay.
was pretty much neutral. You know what I'm saying? Partaking a little bit of things, but main thing I kept my head on the straight and narrow path. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm a big sports fan. Coming up, I was into football and basketball. I played that in high school, and I played football in college.
Oh, okay. Bet.
But on the other side of things, with my same love for sports, I always had a love for music. You know what I'm saying? I came from both my parents and my father. You know, so my father, he was a big a big crate digger himself. You know, he collected a lot of his records, a lot of records and whatnot, and then my mother as well. So Daddy was like musically inclined
Oh, okay.
coming up.
Okay. So outside of that, kind of speak on like when did you like you said, the inspiration, a lot of it came from your parents, and like you said, your old man was a crate digger and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
when did you first like get an interest in rap? When did you first, pick up the mic? What was your like some of your beginning like inspirations to even move forward and try to, get into the rap game?
My interest of my first taste of rap is pretty much came out of since I came out of my mother's womb. You know what I mean? It's always been around. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Always been around. And then what gave me the courage to pick up the pen was pretty much I'll say junior high school, seventh grade. That's when I
Okay.
started it. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like necessarily writing my own. Because like back then I was a big West Coast fan. So, for example, I'll take Boys in the Hood and I'll write my own version of Boys in the Hood. It'll be the same thing, but I'll put me and my boys in it instead of, Ren or Cube or, stuff like that.
Okay.
And, just saying that like it's your own, that pretty much like said it for me. But then when I got to like high school, that's when I started penning like my actual own rhymes and whatnot. But I put that on the back burner because sports started to take off on me. So,
Mm, I got you. What position was you playing in sports in football?
football, I was running back.
A run back. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Bet.
yeah. And then basketball, I was like a combo guy. The one and the two. I could do either one.
I have never been to the DMV area. That's something I always said I want to hit up, between Maryland, DC, Virginia, all that stuff.
Right.
I have never been that route, man. But I'm definitely gonna have to come check y'all out soon, man. I'm a big
Yeah, it's a great.
seafood
Oh yeah, yeah.
fan, bruh.
That's
They said y'all got the best crab cakes in the world.
yes, yes. That's for sure. That's for sure. I can To be honest with you, I can't tell you which spot has the best crab cake because all of them is so good. So I
Okay.
mean, you just pick one and you'll be good.
Oh, damn. All right. A big part of your style and your vibe and everything is based on like the 70s movies.
Yeah,
Speak on that a little bit.
yeah. The '70s movies, man. Dolomite, Black Caesar, Superfly, Shaft, like all the shafts except for a Shaft in Africa. I really dig that one.
Okay.
Um, yeah, JD's Revenge, Friday Foster, Coffee, Foxy Brown,
Okay.
Three the Hard Way, Slaughter's big rip off. Like that whole exploitation films definitely had an influence on what I'm saying me, especially when my creative process when I be
Okay. Definitely.
and that
Definitely.
was and that was, my bad to cut you off, but that was the whole purpose of the Rudy tape, just to show, what I'm saying, like my influence and what I pretty much admire, what I looked up to, what through beats and rhymes.
I can definitely like hear that influence. Really, like the way you flow, the stuff you
Hmm.
talk about, and even the music. You know what I'm saying? It almost got like a soundtrack kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right,
I can
right, right.
definitely see it. So I see what you
It's,
mean.
it's, it's, it's funny that you bring up the soundtrack. Like one of my goals, my bucket list. I definitely want to do a James Bond sound, just me only from top to bottom. 12
Oh,
songs, like an
okay.
official one. I definitely would knock it out the park. I definitely would love to do that for James Bond
Uh,
soundtrack.
that would be dope. Well, hopefully, man,
Hmm.
you get your chance. They've been talking about for the past few years trying to have like Idris, or it's been between like Idris Elba and
Right,
Diddy to try to play James Bond. So, you know what I mean?
man.
Shit.
If Diddy plays James Bond, I'm not watching.
Right. Yeah. I can't really. Idris, first of all, he already got the accent and he just
Right.
got more of a, like, he a bigger dude. He got more of the James Bond kind of look and vibe to me.
I think Idris got to be more strutted. You know what I'm saying? He got the height or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know how limbar he is. You know what I mean? To where how compared to like Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is a short. sleek type of dude.
Yeah.
Idris is the opposite. I think if he get a little bit more shredded and come down more on the weight and turn that into muscle, I think he'll be the perfect fit.
Okay.
Also, too, I think Denzel's son will be a good fit too because I watched the movie Tenet. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he might be a good one too.
Hmm.
Okay.
But not
Uh,
Diddy, no.
yeah, man. Like I wouldn't. I don't know. Like I wouldn't be able to take it seriously. You know what I
Right, I
mean?
won't. I won't either.
No, no, no. I feel you on that. Currently, man, you with tell me about Big Eleanor Records. How
Yeah,
did
bigger
you
on the
link with
records.
them? Get a little background about that.
Yeah, they came about right after I released Rudy Tape.
Okay.
Pretty much like what a couple months, what 2 months after the release. Pretty much just DM me, just well, Danny No No, that's the CEO of Big Eleven. Danny No No, he just pretty much just DM me himself personally, just as like, man, I love the music. Like where are you at in terms of like, like management or you signed to anyone? Like, what I'm saying, we want to help you get to the, what I'm saying, get your stuff into the masses and whatnot. And I just pretty much agreed and signed on the dotted line, and pretty much it's been pure magic ever since. You know what I mean? My career had just gone up, skyrocketed ever since I've done business with Big Ellen.
Nice.
And it's kind of funny because Danny No No, he pretty much it's like he kind of executive produces everything almost and whatnot. So, like I like what he brings to the table because what he brings to the table is a little bit like abstract, but in a good way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because like
Right.
he does the whole the creative with the track listings and all that stuff. Me usually I come up with the title and the theme and the direction I want to go.
Okay.
Him, he just put the icing on the cake with the track listing. So definitely,
Okay.
he's definitely a part role into like all these albums that you guys have seen. Shout
Okay.
outs to him. Shout outs to him. And also the two guys I've been working with. I've been working with these two guys, Ben Roth and John Smith, since Goat Cheese, My Regards, and then we just got finished recording the new EP that's gonna come out. I want to say around November. Fly Langston.
Mm-hmm.
So we pretty much hitting the ground running with just us four.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, man. Like I said, definitely out of the stuff I've, put my ear on of yours so far. Yeah, Goat Cheese is definitely my favorite project. To tell me about that project. First of all, like what's behind the name? Goat Cheese. You
Oh,
definitely
Goat
have
Cheese.
some very different and unique uh project titles and song titles for sure.
That's all Danny know though. That's all that's
Okay.
all Danny know though. But like the main thing, the thing with goat cheese and whatnot, like if you go to like a wine party that has wine and cheese party, that cheese is usually goat cheese to pair with the wine. So pretty much we like so when we came to the whole creative aspect of it with the album, it's like, the production is hard, but the lyrics is pretty much pure luxury. So, you have goat cheese paired up with the wine. And then on the music side of it, you have these hard drum driven type of beats to go with the raw raps. So we kind of pretty much mesh that and make that into like a whole thing.
Mm. Okay.
That was the whole objective in doing that.
Okay. Dope, dope. Yeah, I'm always interested when I see artists that are very creative. I'm always interested to see like what's behind the creative process. How did you come up with certain things?
All the track listings is all like wine and cheese references. So
Mm. Okay.
yeah.
See, now I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna listen to it differently now. Tell me what's the best thing about your music, your vibe, and your style, and then what is the worst thing in your opinion? Everybody have good and
Uh,
bad.
I'm trying. Okay, let me answer the first one first. Easy.
Okay.
Everybody that listens to it, they all say, "Man, it's definitely a vibe." You know what I mean? Definitely a vibe. Like not even like getting into the lyrics part yet. Even though I would love for them to get to the lyrics first, because I'm definitely a lyrics type of guy. But they
Mhm.
always say it's definitely a vibe. And another thing, another good thing that people say is that like I like music matches me. You know what I mean? I don't look like
Mm.
nothing completely different. Like it pairs up. You know what I mean? Especially people who've been around me and chill with me, and then they take a listen to the music. They say, "Oh, it all makes sense." Now the worst thing I've heard was I really don't even get no. I think it was. They said I need more drums. I need more music with drums in it.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
was that was like the only critique that I've came across.
Right. Okay. Okay. I can
Besides somebody, but maybe besides that's the only one. Besides somebody just not liking me, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm
mhm,
just not your cup of tea, which is fine. But that's about it.
right. Okay, okay, for sure. Yeah, that sound about right. I can kind of I can kind of see that. So musically, right now, like, what are you listening to?
Uh, I listen to a lot of guys who is my constituents at the time doing this whole underground scene. So I love Pineapple, Sauce Heist, the Rock Marcianos.
No, definitely.
Yeah, the whole umbrella, which is J Royale. Um, my bad, I'm having little brain farts. My bad.
Oh, you good?
Josiah the Great, Cole Dillinger, Ally Preen. Those guys is really, really, really putting out a lot of heat.
Okay,
Oh, and of course Willie the Kid. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Theravada, Uncle John, Volume Supreme, like that whole underground scene. That's basically what I'm listening to.
okay, okay, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and definitely wasn't familiar with all those names. I pride myself on my hip hop knowledge. Like I keep my ear to the streets, I keep my ear to the internet, underground, mainstream, all of that. But it's definitely a
Oh,
few of them names I ain't familiar with. So I'm gonna have to, if you say they dope and yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and find them and fuck with them for sure.
yeah. Also, too, I'm listening to the new Black Thought and Bernard's Barkley project, which is real good.
Oh yeah,
It,
him and Danger Mouse. What is it? Forgot the name of it, but I know what you're talking
oh,
about.
that's his name, Danger Mouse. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still go ahead by Bernard's Barkley, but yeah, Danger
Oh
Mouse.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, like Danger Mouse, that was kind of his thing. Like at least from my knowledge of him, like he did
hmm
like a lot of solo stuff, a lot of just like abstract kind of beat tapes type projects. But
Right.
then he also did a bunch of collaborations, and it's almost like every time he collaborated with somebody, like that was the group. Like him and
hmm
like Gnarls Barkley is him and CeeLo. And then
Okay. Okay.
like I know
Okay.
he's done other stuff with like Madlib, and then they'll call themselves something. He's very conceptual with his shit.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
kind of like that. I kind of like that whole, that mysterious identity type of thing. That's kind of like right up my alley.
Yeah, yeah. I like that too, because I feel I mean, it's kind of like a good and a bad thing. Me and my people, we had them conversations too. Like kind of like back in the day before social media, I feel like you could be more of a quote unquote be more of an artist, be more mysterious, kind
hmm
of be more of a character if you wanted to. Now, with the way music is, you almost kind of don't have a choice. You got to kind of be involved in social media. You kind of got to put yourself out there. They want to know all your shit, where you live, what you doing, what you eating, what you looking like. They want to know every damn
Right,
thing.
right. Do
Versus
you
before,
do you use strawberry jelly or grape jelly on your PB and J? Yeah, it
you
gets
know
it
what I
gets.
mean? They be wanting to know everything. Where versus before, all you knew, you had the artist, you had his vision, and
hmm
you had their music. The most you could fall into reading whether it's a CD or tape, reading the credits, different things like that. But I just feel like I don't know, like you appreciated the music more back then. You know what I mean? It's definitely
Right.
pros and cons to it.
But don't you remember like when it was like release day? Like I could have sworn like every release day was on a Tuesday. Like when CDs
Yeah,
came out, like you going to the record store and it's like you really had to make a choice. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like which one do you go with? Do you go with Jay? Do you go with Ghostface? Do you go with Outkast? Do you go with Capone and Noriega? You know what I mean? It was just like so many choices. You only could pick one. You
right.
don't know what to choose from. So usually I'll just pick one and just dub all the other ones for my guys in school.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, it did used to be on Tuesday for sure. But yeah, we
hmm
had talked
hmm
about that on episode. I forgot who we was talking to, but we definitely was speaking on that. Just for example, you think of artists like Prince back in the day. Prince is
Right.
definitely before social media, so all
hmm
you knew was his music, his vibe, and then when you did see him in person at a show, you was just like straight up starstruck, just overwhelmed. Like, man, he's here. Like you would look at Prince like he ain't even fucking human. Like he just,
Right,
oh
right,
my
right,
God, it's
exactly.
Prince. So
Even in some of those musicians back in the day, they had like struggles with demons outside of music. You didn't even know that until you seen the documentary several years after the fact. You didn't even know this person was doing this type of drug or doing this, doing this, doing this, or doing that. Like for example, like New Edition. I did not know Ricky Bell was getting it in. I just
exactly,
I was
exactly.
dumbfounded. I thought he was the choir boy of the squad. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not know he was getting it in. Like
Yeah,
like that, like up there with Bobby or something like that. I did not know, did not have a clue.
hell yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Also,
definitely.
too, like my aunt, she was a big like CD collector. She always collect CDs. So when she would go to work, you sneak in and look at the cassette, look at the either cassettes or CDs.
Hmm.
Open up the case, look at the photos that's taken inside, read the credits, do all of that. Like look at the disc, front to back, do all that
All
stuff.
that.
I think that's missing nowadays. I mean, it's kind of getting to it, the CDs and cassettes and the vinyl, but people just like need someone just buy it just to put it like on their wall or just to, as a collector's item, which is cool too. But sometimes you got to buy it and really look at it and read it and open it up
Yeah,
and really see it.
yeah. No, I definitely miss those times. Yeah, now it's just
Hmm.
the microwave shit. People skim
Yeah,
through some
yeah,
shit for 5 minutes and be like, "Oh, it's dope. Oh, it's a classic, or it's trash." You don't even really absorb the music. Where like what you speaking about with your aunt, I had times like that. I remember in high school. So it was a good friend of mine, um, dude named Cliff. Cliff was like the first one in the hood. He had like a stupid ass Sherwin Vega system, speakers, the whole receiver and the seat of the 10 CD changer, all that shit. So Cliff, he would have a lot of parties, different things like that. But like you said, on release day, it was like a ritual. Like we would buy whatever we gonna buy, do a little underage drinking, some underage smoking, go over to Cliff's house and
yeah.
sit with the damn music, put it in the disc, bump that shit, listen to it in its entirety, go through, like you say, all the credits, the who produced it, the artwork, and just it was an experience. It was like going to damn near like a baby concert type shit. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And
Like
I don't think that happened these days.
nah, like for example, like the shock in my face was my aunt, she brought but oh she was a big Tupac fan, so she had especially when he was on death row, so she had the All Eyes on Me and what was the Machiavelli album. And if you look
Mm.
on the back of it, the person who executive produced it, who engineered it, was your boy from Jodeci. Fucked me up, did not even know that.
Mm.
uh
Damn.
my boy with the
Devontae.
glasses. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real mastermind behind the scenes. So yeah, he engineered all that.
Damn. Shit, you just
Cause
told me something. I didn't know that. Now I knew he had worked with Tupac and done some production and a few things, but I didn't know that. Yeah.
right, him and Suge was real
Mm.
tight. Him and Suge.
I guess it's a good transition. So how do you feel about the hip hop culture currently, like these days? Like what's your thoughts on it? How do you view it? How do you feel about it?
I kind of like it. I mean, when I mean kind of, it's like I'm like 50-50. What I don't like is it's like rap as a genre as a whole. It's the only genre that pretty much everybody focus on everything but the art itself. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Like if you want to get to jazz or whatnot, nobody's not going to go to a jazz show. They go to a jazz show to see you play that specific instrument. They don't care about nothing else. You know what I mean? They just want to see you. Can you play or not?
Mm-hmm.
Even in sports, like nobody's not going to go. Like you can't call yourself a skateboarder if you don't know how to skate or you don't skate at all. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
rap, like I mean, I get it. Like that, like for example, like Too Short is not Rock Kim, but Too Short still put out good product. You know what I mean? He
Right.
wasn't lyrical as a Rock Kim, but he still did his thing and still
Yeah.
did it to a high level. And
Right.
always to me, it's always him chasing for perfection. To where nowadays everybody else is just like you rapper receives some bad criticism. The first thing he wants to do he wants to respond online. I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It had people tune in.
Yeah.
Versus, you know what I'm saying? Versus you going on live and you showcasing some music finally. You know what I mean? They rather just like hear for all the bullshit and all the other stuff too as well. So that's kind of like I think if we fix that, I think we be moving in the right direction. But I'm a big fan of like the opposite of what I do. Like I love like Moneybag Yo, NBA Young Boy. I like the
Okay.
trap stuff and whatnot.
Mhm.
I just can't see myself doing it. And then like doing all the stuff that they be always doing but whatnot. But like they are some good musicians, like Lil Uzi Vert,
Mhm.
Earth Gang. They all good and whatnot. But also too, I think what I do as well. I think that needs to be more into the public eye, more in the
Mhm.
mainstream, because it's giving somewhat rap a bad eye. Because I always remember what Miley Cyrus, but she kind of like tried to do her little rap thing for that one album,
Yeah.
and then she just quit and left. And when she left, she just said, "Oh, it's just too much. Suck this, suck that. Sit on this, sit on that. Smoking every time." But that's not the entirety of the rap culture itself. You know what I mean? When you speaking on it, you speaking on all of it. She was just speaking just 25% of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
it kind of gave us a black eye.
100%, man. 100%. That kind of goes into the culture73.com and the
Hmm.
Quest Convo platform. That's really um a huge piece of our foundation is what we trying to do. We trying to bring back the balance to hip hop culture in media, because right
Hmm.
now, like you said, it doesn't exist. Where, like you said, that 25%, that's being represented 100% of the time through mainstream
Right.
media. And a lot of
Right.
people, if you're not like us and got your ear to the street and to the internet and really want to look and search for things, you think this is it. This is the extent of rap, and I'm not feeling this shit. I tell all my people, even when I do like my promos and shit, I'm like, for some of these older cats, hip hop is not dead. It's alive and well. You got to look for it. You got to search for it. And we trying to be that platform for you. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get it from nowhere else, you can't get familiar nowhere else, you can come here and check us out. And we're going to put you on to who you need to be put on to. Cause I'm the same way. I'm very versatile with my hip hop palette. I like a lot of that stuff you mentioned. I like whole bunch of the underground stuff. I love Rock Marcy. I call him the king of the underground. I've been fucking with him for
For
years.
sure. For sure.
Shit,
The first one,
yeah,
2009, 2009,
yeah,
2010, like the first one.
yeah,
And still, and then been killing it for a decade and still going. You know what I mean?
definitely, definitely, yeah. Him and that whole movement with Griselda, what they've done, they're probably the closest to. I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say in recent times, they're probably the closest to bringing that underground sound to the mainstream. And I know
Right,
they wouldn't have
right.
been able to necessarily do it if they didn't have Eminem and people like them behind them to really, you know what I mean?
I think Eminem slowed their pace though. I love the pace that they
Mm,
was at before they got with Eminem. I think when they
okay.
got with Eminem, I believe they kind of did mess their pace up. Here's what I give to Griselda.
Hmm.
Like when we mention Rock, he's for sure, no, undoubtedly a pioneer. But it's
Yeah.
more with the music side, just more of the music side and carving his own lane, and just he's a pioneer. I think with Griselda, I think them merging like the whole that Supreme culture, like how Supreme like the Supreme clothing line, how they do the thing. I think they adapted from that and music and put that together.
Yeah.
Like with the whole merchandise and the
Hmm.
pop up scenes and whatnot. Nobody wasn't doing pop ups before Griselda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like a
Definitely.
pop up. That's like a real thing to where like you have to pop up and like get some of this merchandise and get some of these CDs. If not, this is like a one time thing. You won't have to
Hmm.
wait till next time. And with that type of atmosphere, with that type of agenda, that creates word of mouth. Because it starts off as mysterious, like, damn, where you get that from? From
Hmm.
this pop up shop. When's the next one? Oh no, you just gotta wait and hear and listen out, wait to see it. You know what I mean? And that pretty much springboarded to them being pioneers in that way. So I always look at them as pioneers.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I feel you on that too. Yeah, Gun, West Side Gun is definitely he's the brains behind their little project, and I give him props. He's definitely a visionary with his shit. Like when you listen to
Yeah,
him talk about it, like you said, with the pop-up shops, they selling merch, they selling art, all kind of shit. And I like the way he broke it down. He said like he have it is, we always say like the little 19, 20-year olds, like they don't really care about quote unquote traditional slash underground hip hop as far as that sound and that vibe. Now it actually is some that do, because that's what he was saying, how he have those kind of fans, and he also have the fans. The majority of the fans are like 35 and up, and he was
right.
like, with that, that's where the merch and the pop-up shops and all that stuff, he was like, because at that point 35 and up, these are the parents of the game. They got the money to come to the shows and buy all the merch and support the pop-up shops, buy the art and all that stuff. These youngins ain't got $100, $150 to spend on shit, you know what I mean? So
Right, even some 35s don't even have that money for that. You know what I mean? But they can try to get
yeah,
it where they can fit in. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So
for sure. Yeah.
yeah, but
Okay.
also and then to piggyback what we was talking about, also
Hmm.
there's a downside to it as well. I feel as though because with Rock and the Griselda, they already pretty much on top. Now you have
Hmm.
everybody after that. It's like gunning for that. You know what I mean? There's really no diversity within underground. You know, you have like everybody's a big kingpin or this hitman or this muscle. You know what I mean? Just all this a lot of aggressiveness. It's really not nothing like opposite of that. I mean,
Mm.
it's only besides myself, it's only one that I've seen that's like what Theravada. I guess I mean maybe you could say YL and Stalker. They're
Okay.
like the opposite of that as well. But I feel as
Yeah.
though us to keep moving as an underground, I think we need more of that, more of the opposite of like Griselda. Because I mean, everybody can't be Griselda. You know what I mean? It would just be one big ass shootout.
Right. you said everybody ain't the grimiest nigga ever, right?
Right. Everybody. Like, come on. I
Yeah.
mean, you can be. I mean, because every you know what I'm saying, like every man has his day. You know what I mean? You can't sleep on anybody opponent, but like every single time, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. And I mean, like I said, that's the way I am with music, because yeah, nobody is like, what speak on what you saying. Nobody is something 100% of the time. Sometimes I want a mellow vibe. Sometimes I want a party vibe. Sometimes I do
mhm.
want that more aggressive vibe. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah, like for example, I can't see myself making a club banger, but for sure I could definitely make a good cookout music. You know what I'm saying? Something that you enjoy that like cookouts and whatnot, or a get together, or like just a kickback or something like that.
yeah, yeah,
And I think, you know what I'm saying, underground rap needs more of that. You know what I mean? It can't be just you just count money at the end of the night. You and your
yeah,
girl, like Nino Brown or some shit. Like it can't be that all the time.
yeah.
Like
For sure. No, no, I definitely I feel you on that, man. Little game we do every once in a while on Quest Convo. It's called Ride for Your City. It's pretty simple. Pretty much what I do, go through a group of artists that you may or may not know, but they are definitely from your city or from your area, and kind of have done their thing and represent pretty well. So I just pretty much tag the two artists together. Like I'll be like, you mess with so and so or you mess with dude, and I'm just gonna go through a little short little list, and you just tell me
okay,
what you think, what you feel. Feel free to elaborate as much as you want. So
cool. Do I take a shot if it's a tie like Nori?
oh, I wish, right? I wish that's coming when we me and Vaughn gonna do some of these live shows, some of these remote and travel a little bit. Hell yeah, that's coming. Shit might be a,
Cool, cool,
a
cool.
drink or a smoke. Shit, we'll see.
Take a drag. Take a
Right,
drag.
right, right.
Probably both, a drag and a shot. You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. Yeah, so yeah, let's get into it, man. But yeah, it's called Ride for Your
Cool.
City. So I'm starting off. You riding with Logic, or you riding with Odyssey?
Odyssey, hands down. That's it's
I
not even
like,
close.
yeah, yeah. I like to put some of those in there. I figured your answer based on what I know about your music and your vibe. I was like, yeah, he Odyssey is he's one of them dudes, man. It just goes back to, like I said, with balance. He
It,
is,
it,
bruh, underrated. He is like, he's another one. I've been following him since day one, and he's in a whole like league by himself, bro.
so you're familiar with his group, right? Diamond District.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, I love those dudes, man. Like, well, out of the group, my favorite is YU. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because it's like, man, every time I hear him rap, man, it's like, I mean, I don't want to like down on myself because it's like I'm great in my own mind. So I'm great too. But every time I hear him, man, it's like, damn, man, I still got ways to go with that pen, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, Odyssey is, man. He's one of them artists I haven't
mhm.
really heard nothing from him that I don't like. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
same, same,
He's
same.
one.
And there's usually no skips. Just let it just play one, let it just flow, and just go about your day. Just let him just play. You know what I'm saying? No
Yeah.
skips
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. Shouts out to Odyssey. All right.
Shout outs to him.
So next, you riding with Rico Nasty or YNF Pronto?
I'm gonna go with Rico Nasty because
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the second dude. But
Okay.
Rico Nasty, she doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
like her. Yeah.
Yeah. She I'm not familiar with either one of them like that. If I had to describe the other guy, the YNF, he's kind of like definitely more mainstream, kind of like on your Migos kind of vibe slash Uzi Vert. He's kind of on that kind of thing.
Understand. I got to get more familiar with his work. I haven't heard any of his work, so
Yeah.
that's why I went with Rico.
Okay. Yeah. Rico's definitely she dope. I got more familiar with her because I mess with Kenny Beats, and Kenny Beats then done
Okay.
a lot of her stuff. So it's like the stuff he's done is how I kind of got familiar with her, and I like a lot of that stuff. So
Like my bad to cut you off, but a lot of
oh, you
thing
good?
is like like the whole uproar between like the mainstream and then the underground is underground just want more originality, more diverse, but then mainstream it's like everybody all sounds the same. That's the whole like just come up, just be original, just come up with your own shit. Just don't bite what you see or bite what you see thinking that's going to help you get you on. Just come up with your own shit. That's all. It can be whatever music it is within rap, but just let it be you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, see, the thing with that, I 1000% agree with you. That's another shit. I preach that all the time. That's one of the problems of hip hop today because it was at one point in time where niggas was going out of their way to be original and not sound like nobody else and have their own wave. And then just through the years, and definitely with the way we consume music through the internet and just the foundation behind it, it just changed. And it shouldn't be like that, but it kind of is like that. Where and I get it from the financial perspective because now you can be a young artist and you can pretty much pick your way. Like, okay, who hot right now? Who Drake? Um, so and so. Okay, so let me make a few joints that sound just like that, the same vibe, and they come out with it. And the thing that be blowing my mind, people will act like it's so dope and the dopest shit they done heard. I'm like, it's 15 other songs that sound just like this. How are y'all this impressed? I see it all the time. So it works for them financially. So that's why a lot of times they keep doing it because everybody don't have a love for it, for music. Everybody ain't trying to build no career. A lot of them are just focused, hey, let me get a quick little bag and be on my way out. So
Right, like Future, he's original. You know what I'm saying? You really
yeah,
didn't see nobody like Future or even the Young Thug.
right.
And then the Uzi Vert, you know what I mean? Like those guys, they pretty much created their own lane. Like that's them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just everybody else. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Even with Moneybagg Yo, with the whole, like he's pretty much taking like what was popular in the '90s and he pretty much making it new. Even though I'm
right.
not a big fan of it because I feel like DJ Khaled does the same thing, but I think he does it a little bit better. And I think
Okay.
that I think with Moneybagg, I think that's more of his lane. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah. Yep. All right. So you riding with IDK or JPEG Mafia?
I'm gonna go with IDK because
Okay.
he's just nice on the mic. Nice.
Man, man. Definitely both of them guys are some of the more original guys in the recent years that have come out been new. I definitely I mess with both of them. Definitely.
I think IDK is like on pursuit of like Kendrick status, I believe. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah,
nice,
for
real
sure.
nice.
Okay. You riding with with Moo Moo Fresh or Ladybug Mecca?
I'm not familiar with either one.
Mm. So
To be honest, yeah, yeah.
okay,
So I got to get up on that.
so I'll start with Moo Moo Fresh. So Moo Moo Fresh, she's from your area. She has so she raps and she sings. I actually interviewed her in Chicago. She had done a show at a spot called the Promontory.
Okay.
I interviewed her. It's probably been, I think, like right before pandemic. So she
Mm.
is super dope. She raps, she sing. She's she's done songs with Common, with John Legend. Uh who else has she worked with? Matter of fact, I can't remember the album. She got like it was one album, Odysseys. She's on shit like 4 songs on the same album.
Okay.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go back. I'll let you know later, but yeah, she's on.
Maybe,
Yeah,
I
she's
mean, based on what you're telling me, I'm gonna side with Moo
oh, okay. Right, right, right. Yeah,
I need to check her out ASAP. You know what I'm saying? I need to
yeah,
check her out ASAP. Yeah.
for sure. She was on the what was that album? Who was that? Common and was it what was that? August Green. You remember that?
I don't. I don't.
It's from like a couple years ago. I want to say it was like Common, maybe John Legend and somebody else. They had got together and they did like a little album group thing, and they was called August Green. I know she was on that too, but she's got solo projects and all that shit. Some of them she's just singing, some of them she's rapping, but she's super dope. And then Ladybug Mecca, that's old school. That's old girl from Diggable Planets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
She
oh, oh, light skinned girl.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, 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 okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
So
Damn.
she
All
never
right.
really, to me, she was always dope, but she never really, I don't know, she ain't, I don't think she went as far as she could have or whatever, based on her
Right.
talent and everything. I think she
I feel
might
I
have
feel it
done,
I feel the same about Rage, man. Like I mean,
mm,
I'm a lone soldier with Rage, man. Like I'm like,
man,
in terms of female MCs, like Rage is like,
bruh,
and
Rage was just,
I'm not
yeah,
even talking Afro puffs. I'm talking about like her features were on like the Chronic and Doggy Style. Like she just
yeah,
like killing
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
but you know, a lot of
definitely.
people not really hip, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm somewhat the long ranger on that one, but it's cool.
Right, right. Now I feel you on that too. A lot with the female artists, um, you know, the newer female artists, you know, some guys are just biased. I know some guys, for example, like Lord Jamar, from Brand
Hmm.
Nubian. He just straight up said, like, I don't fuck with female rappers. I just don't listen to them. They don't do nothing for me. I don't listen to them. And I know a whole bunch of dudes that feel the exact same way. Now with me, I especially with the newer ones, the newer female artists, because it's that kind of same similar subject matter and what they're talking about, it's nothing there for me. There's no value, there's no listening value for me. I'm not trying to hear about just you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's nothing
yeah.
there for me. Shots out to Meg and Cardi
Right.
and you know all the other ones in between. But unless it's just like a Rhapsody or you think the Brat back in the day, like what you said with Rage, people like that. That's when I would literally just I'm listening to their shit and appreciating their shit. Even like Jean Grey, you know what I'm saying? People like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of far and in between these days with the female rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's just
See, my thing with the Brat, even though she's coming from Chicago, it was just too like mimicky of like Dr. Dre and Snoop when she first came out.
it was. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like, even with the videos at times, it just was like, yeah, it was just too Snoop and Dre for me. And it's like, if I'm
Yeah.
gonna listen to Snoop and Dre, I'm gonna go listen to Snoop and Dre. It was just too much for that. Even though
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri, he's a mastermind himself. You know what I mean? Brat, she's not trash, nothing like that. But it was just too much, that rat tat 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 and all that other stuff. Like, that's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Like I don't know if that might have been Jermaine's vision. Like I'm gonna create a female Snoop type thing because it was definitely
Basically,
on that vibe.
had the same braids, smoke.
Yeah,
Damn near production was on par almost. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, for sure. For sure. And
definitely.
then in terms of the newer, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big Shay North fan. I think she can rap her ass off.
Oh, she
Shay
dope.
Noah's good. Shay Noah's good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, Armani Caesar, I think she's in that Megan Thee Stallion type of realm, even though she doesn't necessarily make that same type of music, but in terms of style, and like her presence, you know what I'm saying, her features and what I think she's in that Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion type of, I think I could see them sitting together at a table. You know what I mean? They don't make the
Yeah,
same music, but in terms of like, the clothes and all that stuff and the style and the way how she, the way how she appears, I feel as though she's in that Megan Thee Stallion type of realm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do like Armani Caesar,
okay.
Shay Noah, who I just mentioned. Oh,
Yeah.
Vel 9. She's another underground artist. I think she
Yeah.
believes somewhere over in the West Coast, and she's hard too. She's nice too as well.
You said Veil 9?
Yeah, Vel 9. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta check. I don't know about that. Okay.
They have like this little freestyle series called Tasha Premium. They have like other rappers come on there and they pretty much do a freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I think she has one of the best ones.
Mm.
I
Okay.
think so because yeah, she went in on that beat.
Mm. Okay. I'm gonna have to check her out. Yeah, I ain't familiar with her.
Yeah, Vel
Uh,
9. Yep.
Bill 9. Okay. Okay, for sure. Uh, and with Armani Caesar, so I never was really too familiar with her like that before she signed with Griselda or whatever. I heard a few songs here and there, and definitely she was like on her Cardi, Meg the Stallion type shit. But it's like now some of the newer stuff from Griselda is definitely more, she's still kind of talking her shit, but it's a little bit it's like her still her swaggy shit, but it's a little bit of the Griselda grimy sprinkled in there, kind of
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
balance
she
it
had
out.
she had a couple of Griselda joints. I remember the one video that I was like looking at like nonstop was when I think Wyatt Fenucci was in the video.
I ain't see that
I
one.
forgot I forgot what the name of the song was, but he was just playing a cameo in the video. But yeah, she
Okay.
was going in. She was going in though, and I love the beat too. It's definitely like a Griselda, especially a West Side Gun type of thing. And I think her and Gun need to do more songs together.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I forgot what was that one song she had, but she was singing on it. I think she killed her part. I think she killed her part. I forgot. It was on one of them Hitler series songs.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. No, I don't remember that. I know her
Hmm.
recent joint I seen. I'm definitely fucking with that.
Right.
Maybe the one with Benny and I think Stove God is on there too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, speaking of such, Conway with his little entity, Drumwork, he got a female artist over there. She's pretty nice.
Mm.
I forgot her name. I forgot her name, but she's pretty nice. She
Okay.
was on she's been on like the last two Conway projects, like the albums and whatnot.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and she did her
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So the last one on here, you riding with Corday or Q the Fool?
I'm gonna go with Corday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Corday. Q
Definitely.
Q hard body, Q hard body. Him and Fat Trail.
Yeah. Definitely.
They definitely doing their thing. But yeah, I go with Cardi.
Yeah. Yeah. Corday is like I love to see it with him because for him to be, newer, younger artists, he have just as much support from the youngins as he do from the old heads because of his style and the way he speaks on the history of hip hop, and he knows his history, and he really tries to present his shit a certain way. But he gets mad love from the old heads and the youngins. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me what you currently got going on, and then what's next for Shaw.
What's next for Shaw? It's another EP to close the year out. Should be coming in November. Sly Langston,
Okay.
7 tracks. The whole theme of that was like, it's all very jazzy, poetic type of, taking the jazzy, poetic type of route to it. You know what I mean? It's different from all the 7 projects. That's what we like to do. We don't like to like do the same thing. It's like to jump bounce around and pretty much tap into like different emotions on every project. Sly will be coming out in November. I plan on doing visuals, a couple visuals from that project, and then 2023. That's when I'm jumping in and diving into the full length. I can't give you a day on that, but I'll be working on it coming 2023, which is Carry Out on Shaw.
Okay. Okay, dope. So yeah, man, last thing before we get out of here, hit the Quest Convo community with your all your socials where they can find you at, check out your music, and also tell us why should we mess with Shaw Calhoune?
Well, you can find my music on Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all the the major streaming platforms, and on YouTube as well. And then social media, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And the reason why you should mess with Shaw is because I make music for people who got shit to do. Just the everyday, you know what I'm saying? Just the everyday civilian, citizen, however you want to, call it. Just a regular person who has a 9 to 5. Once they get off, you know what I'm saying? That's when I come in. That's when I come into the tape deck for those
Definitely.
people. You know what I'm saying? Who gets pissed off when they get a speeding camera ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like for those
Cool, cool. I love it. I
people.
love it. All
Yes,
right,
sir. Yes, sir.
man. Well, we about to get out of here, man. I definitely appreciate you joining the show today, man. It's been a treat. All y'all get familiar with Shaw Calhoune out here, Quest Convo community. You know, y'all, we love that real hip hop. We love the good hip hop music that got some substance to it. That's gonna, like you said, improve your day, help move this culture forward. So if you feeling that, Shaw Calhoune is the guy for you. It's been great having you here, man. And until next time, we about to get up out of here. You have been watching Quest Convo, where we talk the culture because we are the culture. And I'm your favorite hip hop connoisseur, Drew Soul Quest. And until next time, peace and love. Like I said, every Friday, 11 a.m., we everywhere with it. Culture73.com. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify podcasts, and we are on Apple Podcasts. And that's it. We are out.
Peace.